There are too few weeks in a year to get a rhythm going just in a few of these vlogs. I have no idea how I'm but I sound really good to me right now. I'm on a podcast this week with my buddy John and a number of other things. It won't be ready for a couple of weeks, unfortunately, because it's a brand new podcast, but I'll be sure to share it when it is. In the meantime, there's a lot more that goes. Gustave's in this episode for those of you that are really concerned.
The other way's really nice.
Let's just kick this off. Good morning. It's Monday. Last night was the Kickstarter launch party, and it was great. It was fun. A little bit of confusion on the date and the time. Sorry to anybody that either missed it or came late or maybe even showed up after we left. I don't know, but I'm sorry to those of you that were confused about the time of the date. We were trying to keep it kind of fun and surprising, but kept it so fun and surprising that even Richard got the day wrong. So, my bad. For those of you that were hoping to see Gustave, though, don't worry. You're going to get to see him this week. And I think you're really gonna like what you see. In the meantime, I gotta go over to do a podcast with my buddy John, who you'll recognize from random spots of the vlog. He just started a new podcast about people starting businesses in Paris. Anyways, he invited me to come and be one of his first guests on it, which is exciting. So I'm gonna go do that right now and hopefully find some caffeination along the way.
I'm late for metro problems and also stupidity because I got on when I made my exchange, I got on the metro going the wrong way. And so kind of went away from my end destination. Just one stop, I caught it. I was like, wait, I did this out of muscle memory. I went the wrong way. Anyways, a quick note about snobbery and how I'm trying to avoid snobbery. We'll talk about the Kickstarter stuff here in a minute too. Sorry, we already reached the goal, like as of last night before I even fell asleep, which is great. Now to try and push for the secondary goal, which is to, hopefully move 1,000 copies. Really exciting. That's really good news. I just needed to get some coffee in me first to get going. Anyways, what are the reasons? I mean, besides the fact that I'm genuinely not a big fan of Starbucks, but it comes through in a pinch. Like when I'm going to do this podcast with John in a part of town that doesn't really have any coffee shops that I know of yet, at least not within walking distance. There might have been one that opened recently. If you know of it, feel free to let me know in the comments below. But part of the reason I also don't really make a big deal out of Starbucks is because I feel like I'd rather actively promote local businesses and, small coffee shops rather than these guys don't need any help whatsoever. And so it's another reason I end up avoiding it, because I feel like it's worth the extra work to bounce around and find both what I consider to be better coffee, but also locally owned small businesses. For Paris especially, I really want to support the local guys as much as I can, in whatever realms I can. Not exclusively. I don't want to lie to you and tell you that I didn't go get Starbucks because I was hungry and thirsty and needed some caffeine. But if I can lean into a preference, that would be it. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. Also, I'm afraid I'm filming on my phone because I couldn't get my camera out because I'm really late. And I'm afraid that you're getting a lot of traffic noise because the way that this phone is set up to film, it records more audio from that direction, from this direction, which is a great feature. Anyways, let's go record a podcast.
How'd it go, John?
Oh, pretty good.
Yeah?
Number 2 of 2,000.
I'm number 2.
I
I could have been number 1, but I opted to sleep after last night's events.
The late morning slot.
It was a wise decision on my part. I mean, now I'm really behind on all the work I have to do today, but that's okay. It was worth it. I'm happy to support a new podcast.
Yeah, baby.
By the ever-loving John Clark. All right. Anyways, let's speaking of work.
Out there, I'll just film around you. And I'm gonna film around you, filming around them. good team meeting, good team lunch, I should say. Grab a quick coffee. I'm trying to wake up. I'm tired, and then back to it. I went for a run, obviously. It's Tuesday. Got a couple meetings this afternoon. I gotta get into town. I had to move and clean a bunch of stuff here though first, and the exciting... Is that a mosquito? One of the downsides to living here is that I think one of the little old ladies that lives like near the ground floor in the main building has some standing water in like a very warm, planty environment. So I'm blessed with mosquitoes year round. I don't know if that's a mosquito from here or not. We can zoom in on it. Looks awfully mosquito-y, but whatever. I'm gonna get out of here. It's not worth it. I'm gonna sit down here in a second, but thank you so much for making the Kickstarter's been just got off to a gangbusters start. Thank you so much for being a part of it. For everybody that's pledged, trying to get thank you notes out to everybody. My sister's helping me with some of the behind-the-scenes stuff on the Kickstarter because she's just helping me with so many random little behind-the-scenes things. But thank you so much for being a part of it. We're off to it's a fantastic start. 4 weeks left to go. Please don't get tired of us talking about it, but there's a lot going on, and we're gonna be there's a lot to talk about. But first, Gustave. I promised Gustave, and I delivered. Just kidding. There's gonna be a real Gustave time here in the not too distant future.
So, what I'm thinking of is
Thursday. If you want to know exactly when, if you skip until Thursday, you'll get to Gustave. I know how many of you just want to see Gustave. You don't even come here for me. I get it. Feel free to go ahead and move on to the Gustave. This shirt is still available if you wanted to purchase it. One of the downsides to opening the store that we did to sell stickers, because we have so many stickers just flying around all over the place. I'll show you. Stickers like these guys. Got Sacré-Cœur, the Louvre, Notre Dame. Notre Dame is the big one that gets added into the all sticker pack. If you want to buy all the stickers at once, that guy gets included. Thankfully, my sister in San Diego has been working with me a lot on that, which has been really, really helpful. You can find her at Studio Karin on all sorts of places. But what we discovered was that right before we launched, Teespring, who prints these shirts, and Shopify stopped talking to each other. So we can't sell the shirts through the store. There's a link to the shirt store, to that side of the merch, which has Gustave mugs and shirts and these hats and all that other stuff. But they're not connected. That's neither here nor there. I just decided to wear this as a funny joke, and there you go. There's a little store update. We just had a really good team meeting in here with Kate, Richard, and Zach, which was awesome. They all just had to leave for various reasons, so they're out of here. I gotta go here in a minute as well. My morning included running, finally, which has been over a week since I went for a run. Really needed that. It was great, and then moved some stuff out of my garage. The cool thing is, one of the parts about living in Paris that I don't know how many people even know that this is a thing, when you walk around, you'll see that people have put out garbage on the side of the street, like really big things, dressers or toilets or whatever, and the city will come and pick that up. And it's a free service included in your taxes. Nothing's free, but it's a service that just gets taken care of. You go online, basically say, here are the things that I'm going to be putting out. Here's when I'd like it to be picked up, and then they come and they get it. It's great. You are supposed to put numbers on it, like actual, like a little identifying number on it, so they know that you did the right thing. I did the right thing, but I had to leave before I didn't get the email in time to put the numbers on it. So I should probably go home and do that because it's kind of necessary. But if you're living in Paris and you got to throw away like a bed or something, just drag it to the street. They'll come and get it for you. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic, especially since I don't have like a car or anything to throw big things away with. Yeah, that's the correct phrasing. That. Anyways, a couple of things coming up. Long-term things as well. The newsletter is going out today, which is great. Kate's been doing a fantastic job with the newsletter. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure you do so. Link below, and I'll try to remember to link below to one of the most recent newsletters themselves. It has a little bit of a recap of the week. It has some of whatever exciting news is going on, some photos from my camera roll that did not make it into the photo of the day, as well as Kate's been writing her own little corner with some recommendations of what to do around the city, bars, restaurants, that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's been really good. I'm really happy with it. We're also talking about podcast stuff, which keeps coming up lightly on here, but that's one of the reasons that Zach is getting more involved. Very exciting. I'll introduce Zach one of these days. Probably should have actually filmed while we were all in here together, but it was just crack-a-lackin'. We were just moving along. So, speaking of crack-a-lackin', I'm gonna get the flip out of here and go home and put that identifying information on my garbage so that I don't get in trouble. And I'll see you tomorrow, and then you know, Gustave will come. Gustave's coming, don't worry. That was not what I was going for. I forgot to mention that I was coming over because somebody's book just launched today.
My book.
Yeah,
Spoilers.
her book. Also, I was using the selfie cam, so I can't help but I'm looking at you on here. It's not good. Anyways, for those of you that have been following along, you've seen her first book come out and hit the New York Times bestseller list. If you want to go and purchase a book, I will put a link in the video description below. This is my friend Natasha, for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about. But her book, Girls of Paper and Fire, went nuts last year.
Thank you.
Girls of Storm and Shadow is about to go nuts. If you would go buy a copy of it, then it will help it hit the New York Times bestseller list again. And that would be stellar. And then I will take 36% of the prize. I'm really proud of you, though.
Thank you.
And thank you for inviting me to your book launch party.
Kickstarter.
I wanted to drop this and make it dramatic, but it says fragile on the outside. Ooh. Some locally brewed London beer, it looks like. Yeah.
From London, that's not bad.
There's a it's a cider as well. Hazel, thank you. And Socorro, I got your card. Thank you as well. Opted for orange in the end. Seemed a little bit. You'll see. I mean, I don't know what you're supposed to do for a Christmas card, but normally you take Christmas cards around Thanksgiving, right? And orange is a great Thanksgiving color. Also, just seems to stand out a little bit more.
Yeah, so I mean, what I'm thinking of is...
So what the heck's going on, you might be asking. If you followed along last week while I was traveling around a little bit, I picked up this handy jacket. I also picked up a scarf that I forgot, so thankfully Richard had a backup for me. Which is important because today we are shooting some photos for the Christmas card for the Kickstarter. For those of you that aren't 100% sure, basically, it's gonna take a while to get the book, right? To finish it up, to edit it, to print it. I'm not expecting to have it out to everybody until June. And I don't wanna leave you waiting until June to have anything, right? To get something from me. So, since Christmas is coming up, and because, at least in America, it's tradition about this time of year to start thinking about Christmas cards and getting family photos, and I don't have family here, thought, you know who could be my family today? Gustave. And in the midst of that, what's that?
I don't think you got him.
I have no idea if I got him in that or not. And then in making a Christmas card with Gustave, you know, send those to you. So if you haven't backed the Kickstarter yet, if you're thinking about it, if you're tempted,
I hope this puts you over the edge, because what we're gonna do is, you know, for a little bit of additional cost, send you a Christmas card of Gustave and I, which we're gonna take the photo of right now. We're gonna try and get away with it because technically no Gustaves are allowed in Place des Vosges, like a lot of parks in Paris. But we think we can get away with it long enough to get a photo. We're about to find out. I mean, who doesn't love a good Christmas card? And Gustave will make a fantastic Christmas card. I'll do my best to contribute to the experience. And of course, you have to have the right people to take those photos. So we're meeting Janelle and Amber from Paris with L&M here. They're going through some changes here soon too, which I'm sure we'll share. But they are more than willing, if you're gonna be in Paris for Thanksgiving or before Christmas or at Christmas, and you'd like to get your Christmas card photo taken while you're here, they're gonna be a fantastic resource for that. Be sure to link to them below. But they invited me for a little bit of a Christmas card photo shoot here today. We'll see how this goes.
Busted.
That was quite the sprint. Even though I forgot my scarf at home, we have one that will help me to match Gustave even better.
Ridiculous. Too cute. Too cute. I love it. Look at Gustave. I mean, look at that guy. He's totally ready. Amazing. Awesome. Yeah.
It's all in the preparation.
You did so good.
Oh, thanks. You did good. Gussy. Sit. That's the opposite. Gussy. Oh no, he's backing out. Hey, Gus, Gus.
Perfect. And then,
Yeah, ooh, pipes are hot when you've been smoking them for a while. Anyways, I think that went really well, aside from burning myself. That was great. Are you guys doing Christmas cards starting from now?
yeah. We have a lot of people coming in for the holidays just to enjoy it, and it's a really great time to get your Christmas cards even before that. So.
And I hear that for Americans, there's another holiday that comes up before Christmas.
Oh, what would that be?
Thanksgiving. And we got our awesome starter jackets. Jay also has his to represent. Woo woo. So it's going to be amazing. We're going to eat all day. We're going to play football.
Yep.
So people are here for Thanksgiving, and it's the perfect time to get your Christmas cards, right?
You have a starter jacket?
I have a Seattle starter jacket.
Oh, you have a Seattle starter jacket?
You're going to wear it.
Color me jealous. Good, you guys. I'm just gonna say, I just told them this off camera, but I love doing photo shoots with these guys. Sorry, the tobacco's hitting me right now. I love doing photo shoots with these guys. Just fun. I have a great time every time I do this, so it's really easy to recommend that you do your photos with them, because not only do they turn out amazing, but I just feel better about myself after taking photos with these guys. Chez Clos, this place right here, where I had a little coffee and we shot for a second. It's one of those classic little bistros where you can get a photo right outside Place des Vosges, which is what we did right now. The one thing that you gotta make sure though is you wanna ask permission before you go into, especially a classic place like this, because the people that work here don't wanna be on camera. So when we came here, this is just a little side note, if you wanna take photos in Paris, anywhere really, you wanna ask permission first, and you wanna make it very clear that you're not gonna take pictures of them, you just wanna take a picture of yourself in the spot. If they see cameras, there's a good chance that they will not be happy. So it's always good to walk in, and as I've said many times before, bonjour, say hello first, and then very kindly say, hey, I'd like to buy a coffee, and then sit over here, and would you mind if I took a photo of just myself with the coffee? There's a chance I'll say no, but there's a better chance that you're gonna have a good experience if you walk in that way. So thanks to them for letting me, take a little bistro shot with Gustave outside. Just today? No, I just have meetings. Quick pop by Zia there for a coffee. My plan is to give you a little bit of an update on the restaurant progress that Justin's been making not far from here. But unfortunately the timing didn't work out. I don't know. I got stood up. It's all right, had a coffee, had a nice little chat with the baristas, and now I'm off to, you know, meetings and stuff. Running low on time here for the rest of the vlog, but it's been a good week. I hope you are wanting, I'm really looking forward to seeing what the postcards or the Christmas card photos are gonna look like, because I haven't seen them yet, even though you've seen some of them by now. And what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let my patrons vote on the variety that gets sent out as the Christmas cards, because I should be able to print a couple different ones. So if you're one of my patrons, or if you're thinking about becoming a patron, feel free to jump on over and I will give you guys the power to choose the Christmas cards. Sounds like a good power. And we haven't done a poll in a while and I've been wanting to, so let's do that. Hello. How did you enjoy this magical moving picture? Was it delightful? Was it magical? Then be sure to subscribe. And perhaps consider subscribing. Yeah, I'd do that.